Hello, football fan. It is good to be back again. We are going to be looking at some of the things that happened over this weekend, and it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend of football. Very entertaining. First of all, this is a picture of Jackson with the new celebration for Chelsea fans to see. Let's hope we're going to see a lot of this year with Chelsea. Actually, we're going to be starting with Chelsea today for all of the events of the weekend. Chelsea proved to be a force to reckon with this weekend, and let's hope that this can just continue. If you look at the log right now, this is what the log looked like at the end of the 5th week of Premier League. Chelsea is number 5th on this log. The interesting thing on this log is that the gap between the league leader and Chelsea is just 2 points after 5 games of football. If you want to contrast this with what the situation was last season for Chelsea, after first 5 games last season for Chelsea, their position was 14 on the table with just 5 points, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. Goal score 5, goals conceded 5, goals different 0. And then you want to compare that with where they are in this season after first 5 league game in 2024-2025. The position is 5th, as we showed in the screen before this one. We could see that the position is 5th. If you look at that, that is 5th, and those are all the data right there. We could see the goals scored by Chelsea, and the goals scored, the goals conceded, and that is what we put here as well. So we could see there's an improvement by all means. They score more goals. They probably concede the same amount of goals, but they score more goals, which is what the club should be looking at achieving this year. So by all metrics, this is very, very, very good. This is very, very good. There are other things that we may have to look at this season as well. If we look at the 3rd goal score by Chelsea in this game that was played over the weekend, the way they were able to turn defensive action into offensive action pretty quick, and that's a goal by Cole Palmer right there. That's the kind of thing you want to see in a young team that is taking information from their new manager, and that's a progression we're seeing right there. That's a progression we are seeing right there. So you come to this team, you begin to look at how it's going this season. There's a lot of things for Chelsea and the fans to cheer about. It's going to be the signs out there. The squad is quite deep from what you can see in this picture. This is Sancho starting the match. You have Nani there playing on the right wide area, Sancho playing from the left, and Cole Palmer right there as attacking midfielder / number 8 / number 10 sometimes. And then you have all of the attacking component right there in this frame. That's the attacking component right there, and the goal machines on the left side of the frame right there. This is looking good. Now, the crazy thing about this whole thing is that you're looking at the bench. You still have Christopher Nkunku on the bench. You still have Pedro Neto on the bench. You still have João Felix on the bench that could still come into this team and make it thicker and make it great, make it better. And this is good prospect. Now The story is beginning to change in the media. The pundits, everybody that has said all sort of things about Chelsea this season. The tide is now turning around. People are beginning to say, yeah, they're playing fantastic football. They seem to know what they're doing compared to where they were last season. When this all that kind of comparison is beginning to come up, and this is what you want to say if you are a Chelsea fan. There's one player that I think Chelsea need to keep an eye on this season. Some of the subscriber and those who have come to look at our content in this site, a few of them have criticized us that we just want Osimhen by all means, and we're talking about Osimhen because this is Chelsea. And what do we mean by this is Chelsea? Chelsea is a team that wants to compete at the highest level, and at the highest level it's always fine margin. Now Nicholas Jackson is going to be a great striker. The signs are there. Nicholas Jackson is one of those strikers that could run with the ball, deal with the ball on his own, take on defenders, try to bring other player into the action, not necessarily using his physical attribute to hold the ball, to keep the ball, but using his skill, his run, his movement. And this is going to be good for a very dynamic attacking Chelsea. And I just hope that this team can keep developing. From what we can see on this screen right now, in 4 games, 4 goals in 5 games this season is something to take note with this upward mobile striker. That was a post from Football Extra site. That's our Twitter handle. And when you come to be looking at what Nicholas Jackson is doing this season and even in his Chelsea career, you're beginning to look at what he has done. You compare with what Oliver Giroud did with Chelsea. After 75 games, from what you can see in this graphics, Oliver Giroud scored 17 goals, 5 assists. And here we have Nico Jackson in 40 games already surpassed that record. That says a lot. If you want to extrapolate those number, it's only just suggests that by the time this young man gets to 75 games, he's probably gonna score about maybe 40 goals or some 30 something odd goals and double the assist. That's a huge number. That's some improvement right there. Because we don't want to make this video to be a very long one, we're just gonna quickly move on to other trivia matters in the news over this weekend. We just make it a point of duty to talk about the civil war in Chelsea. So what is the status of the jostling for control of Chelsea by the new owners? The civil war in Chelsea. Well, what we saw over the weekend is a picture of Todd Bowley and Egbali, the two of them sitting side by side watching Chelsea play against West Ham in the West Ham Stadium. And if this is what civil war looks like, I think then the civil war is good. It's apparently good for Chelsea. There's one video I would like to share out before we begin to bring this video to close today. It has to do about Gallagher. Gallagher today, in the match they had against in the La Liga game, score a goal. That's the ball being fed to him right there. One time, bam, in the net. And that's Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher. So Conor Gallagher, like so many of us predicted, it's already enjoying his time at Atletico. It's win-win situation for everybody. We just believe that as fans, we don't have to be too emotional when it comes to football. Every parameters in football, every of the factors in football are just too fickle. The same player that is not playing very well last season can turn around this season and begin to play really well. So football is pretty very fickle. A lot of people will remember Cucurella before last season, early part of last season. It was a situation where a lot of people were thinking Chelsea need to sell and move him on. But Cucurella right now, the way he's playing, the way he understands what he needs to do between inviting into the midfield, having to defend wide, knowing when to go forward, to be in the pocket, when to overlap. It's quite amazing. He's not getting caught out of position. He knows where to be at the right time, reads the game pretty well. So that's one thing about football that we cannot afford to be too emotional about, because things move pretty quick in football. There is this gentleman that I just took it upon myself to be able to provide us with updates. As of this moment, there's still no update about this gentleman. The only thing that is out there for everybody to know is that he has basketball background and he's leaving the NBA to come into EPL. And when he lands in the EPL, he's going to be landing with Chelsea FC. And what he's going to be doing with Chelsea FC is not particularly known at this time. But his background is more of analytics, more of strategy, and we will see how this works out. Before we close this video, we just want to use this opportunity to say to a lot of us coming to this website, viewing our content, we seek your support to be able to grow this site. We need your feedback. We want to see feedback from you. What is it that you like about our content? What is it that you would like us to improve about this content? We also have some ideas to bring analysis to us once in a while. We look for opportunity to be able to host live events as well. Some watch along, some interactive situation where we can, bounce football idea of each other. And we also want to say, please, when you come to watch here, please share the site with your friend, click the notification button and subscribe, and this will help us to grow. So at this point we are trying to bring this to a close, but before we close, there's something that was out there today, and I saw Vince posted something in the TL today and was talking about the contrast between Chelsea away fans and Chelsea home fans. What is the difference between these two set of fans? The difference is that the away fans, they sound more like fans. They sing, they support the team when the team is going through a rough patch. They keep pushing them, they keep urging them when they finish the game. The players recognize their input. They often go to them and try to interact and solidarize with them. But when we play at home in Stamford Bridge, it's a different ball game. Most of the time the away fans are much more louder than Chelsea home fans. So what could be the problem? So this is what we tweeted out earlier today, that baby, it's time to build the biggest stadium for more diverse fans at affordable ticket fee. Because from what Vince is saying here, that somebody said, which is also true, is that some of the people who individuals or fans who goes to the Stamford Bridge to watch game at home, most of them are in the age brackets between 40 and more. Those are the ones who could really afford to be season ticket holder, and those ones are not so enthusiastic, especially with how things have been going with Chelsea in the past few seasons. So what we think can be the solution is when Chelsea have a bigger stadium that can accommodate more, it means is what some economists call economy of scale. More people can come into the stadium at affordable rate, then the younger fans can also be in the stadium. Younger fans with passion that are loud, and then the place can be a lot more livelier than what we have right now. Thank you for coming to this site today to see the content that we roll out. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.